Another week, and you know what that means. More Lego has arrived here in the office, so we've got to do another haul. What is going down? You know how it goes. We keep track of the value up in that corner, and it's not just Lego Star Wars this time. We have a whole array of themes and really remarkable sets to be looking into, starting with the mini Pokemon Center. It's not the biggest, but man, it feels like a pretty big coup because, to be honest, I had a few issues with this set. I was scrolling through Insider Rewards and I saw this was still available here in the UK, so I redeemed it. Went to my basket, got a few more sets, then I went to my emails and it just wasn't on the confirmation email, and lo and behold, the parcel arrives. No gift for purchase and no mini Pokemon Center. Fair enough, I'll go back and order another one, except it thinks I've already redeemed it, which I technically have, but the website didn't pick up on it. I don't understand. I'd do what anyone would do. I'd make another big Lego purchase, assuming maybe it would click into place and I'd get my Insider Reward as well as the gift of purchase. I don't really care about the gift of purchase. I want the mini Pokemon Center. We all want the mini Pokemon Center because it's out of stock now. So I knew I had to act fast, and it wasn't on there. So I did what any sane man would do. I made another big order. Fair enough, I did make another big order, but before that, I rang up Lego customer service. I was on hold for 3 hours and 55 minutes total. And you know the Ninjago music that they play, it's about 1 minute long.
I have been on hold for over 3 hours. I don't think I can do this much longer. You can have your Pokemon Center, I don't think I care anymore. I do care, but I don't think I can do this right now.
But they sent this to me manually, and they sent it express, so it actually arrived before the second and third parcel, so I actually got this pretty much on time. It just feels like a pretty big deal to have it in my hands finally, because for a while I didn't think I'd get my hands on it at all. I don't really know how to value this one. It's probably gone up in price a little bit since it's no longer available on the Insider Point rewards. We'll just go by the current eBay value as of recording. Now, speaking of sets that are no longer available, if you're in the United States, you know exactly the set I'm on about. It is bloody Gringotts and it's flipping massive. This has been on back order in Europe for as long as I can remember. America claims it's temporarily out of stock, but it's been that way for about 6 months. Unfortunately, it just doesn't look like it's coming back to the United States. I ordered this quite a while ago. I got it on Double Points Day back in February, and it was out of stock then. They were telling me, you know, back order it. It might show up at the end of March. And it was around that time a lot of people's orders were actually getting cancelled for Gringotts, so I was quite sceptical. Then I saw Wilco. Good old Wilco, they were about to pull through. They had the set for retail, guaranteed delivery that week. So I had a choice on my hands. I could either take the risk with Lego and try and get those double points for a pretty expensive set. That's like £1,000's worth of insider points. Or I could play it safe. I didn't have much time to think about it though, because the next day Lego emailed me and my Gringotts was on its way from Billund. And thus, here we are. And it's great that I've got this. I'm really glad, but I have nowhere to store this. It's not going to go anywhere behind me. Nowhere in this office, or anywhere in this house, in fact, has really got the space to put a massive Gringotts. So it's going to make perfect sense that I picked up the Eiffel Tower as well on the same weekend, isn't it? Now this one, I'll place that down. This one I can actually justify because I was after the original Eiffel Tower. I think it was out in 2006. I wanted that as a kid when I was about 7 or 8 years old. I was asking my parents for the 10108 Death Star and the old Eiffel Tower. I know, I was very reasonable. So it's a really big deal to actually get my hands on an Eiffel Tower. A lot of people are quite sceptical about the build experience. It does look very repetitive. I do not look forward to that, but it's going to look remarkable when it's done, if it gets done, because again, I don't know where I'm going to put this. Eiffel Tower, man. It's another one of the, I've got to put this down again. It's another one of those sets that's shortly to retire, and just being safe in the knowledge that I do have it, so I don't have to pay a premium later on if I do decide I want to go for the build. It just feels very special to me and my family, because my brother really loves the Eiffel Tower as well. He's got a little brick built one about this big. Eiffel Tower has arrived here in the Hayes office. This is going to accrue value the same way to me as the AT-ST. I feel like this will easily be worth £1,000 in a couple of years, which is why I needed to buy it now, because I don't plan on selling it, I plan on building it, and building it a few years down the line, it's it's going to get less and less likely that I would actually eventually get my hands on it. You know, if I was to sell the Eiffel Tower down the line, I wouldn't try and get a premium for it, or at the very least as much as I paid for them. And I feel like down the line, if I wanted to create the opportunity for others to enjoy those really remarkable builds, I'd be doing my bit to just sell them for as much as I paid. A couple of weeks ago, the helicarrier was revealed on the Lego.com website. I have been saving up so many insiders points to get my hands on that one for free. I'd saved up 60,000 insider points to eventually redeem them on the helicarrier, and come June, I can gladly say I'm looking forward to having my 60,000 points. So to make myself feel better, I got the Avengers Tower, which is a much nicer set. Really matched the expectation. Unfortunately, I just found the helicarrier to be a little bit disappointing. I was hoping we'd get at least some minifigure scale interior, maybe a kind of blend of both. Much like Avengers Tower, as you can see, you've got your smaller scale Quinjet, but you can also reenact some scenes with the interior. I was really hoping for a minifig lineup like this when it came to the helicarrier. We only got 6 or 7. I wouldn't be surprised if more people were buying this set for the figures than the build itself. This is one I'm more likely to get to building straight away. You'll probably see it over there within a couple of videos. Avengers Tower, I'm not going to throw it. Avengers Tower is added to the haul. I'm still holding it. It's added to the haul. We talk a lot about the building experience of those massive sets and how long they take to put together. So it's just as well we have some construction sets from Lego City. These are sets, we've got a couple of these. We've got the bulldozer, that's a cement mixer, it's not a bulldozer. That's the bulldozer right there, and there is the excavator. What I plan to do with these is when I'm halfway through a build like the Avengers Tower or the Gringotts or even the Eiffel Tower, I'll pop these around it so it looks like it's under construction, create a little diorama there. I think that's quite a neat idea. I love the idea of construction sets, and I'm really gutted I missed out on that Bricklink Designer Program one. Just pretend a set that I'm halfway through building is still under construction. Something silly like that. You've got to keep your imagination alive, even as an adult. A really neat little addition to the haul that won't take too long to put together as well. There was a comment on the previous haul which kind of mentioned the balance between getting larger sets and the smaller scale ones, so you can get started on something big but you're not really confined to it. If you want to do something smaller which maybe takes an hour or two to put together, you can do that, and I wholeheartedly agree, which is why I got something like this. It's a little tractor. Look at that. That is so cool. Look how neat it is. Look how accurate. Look at the wheels on it, man. It looks so cool. 204 pieces. It'll maybe take an hour or so to put together tops. And if you are looking for a set to gift to someone, then I'm going to strongly recommend the tractor. It's probably the best one you can get out there. And the amount of detail they managed to get in there for, I think it was, I can't remember how much it was. $20, I think? It's probably one of the better releases this year, in my opinion. The next set in the haul is one I've already got, but I couldn't help but get a second one because I plan to do a part swap, and that is the Tuxedo cat. That's the second one I bought in the space of a couple of months. I plan to replace the white pieces with black pieces and have a little black cat just like my little buddy. There are videos kind of circulating of cats losing their minds over these. I think they kind of recognise them, but in an uncanny valley kind of way. I don't see it that way. I think it's just a really cool build, and I'm really happy to have a second Tuxedo cat in the arsenal. Really flying through this haul now. We have here another no, it is not. We have another AT-ST. This is the third one I've bought, because I really like those clones, and it looks like it's going to retire at the end of this year. It looks exactly like it does in the movies. The clones are brilliant, and it's another one of those sets where if you're trying to build a diorama, it's a real statement piece. So I had to pick up another one of those. Now, probably the main draw of the last haul was that right there, Ewok Village. So I bought a little something to, I say a little something, I bought something to accompany it. And no, it is not the Battle of Endor. I am going to pick that up eventually. It was my first big set that I ever owned when I was about 7 years old. But not yet, because I've not found one that's immaculate. Instead, I went for the UCS route. And we have the AT-ST. I didn't realise how big this was compared to Ewok Village. It's taller than the trees. It's absolutely massive. But another key reason I picked this up is because it's one of the only, I think it is actually the only AT-ST to have 2 seats. So having sets that are scene accurate are very important to me as well. The AT-ST, it's got mixed reviews. A lot of people think it's a bit boring. Maybe there were some other builds that were more deserving of the UCS tagline, but you can't deny it's a pretty incredible build. A lot of people talk as well about how menacing it looks, and I could not agree more. That is, it's like it's peeking out from behind a tree. It's scary, man. Yeah, I broken a penguin off. There we go, look at that. Doesn't fit as well as I would have liked. The question is, where are we going to put that? There? Oh, it doesn't matter. We've got bigger fish to fry. That wasn't meant to be a pun, by the way. I genuinely meant that. This one accompanies the X-Wing that we picked up, and it is, of course, the absolutely fucking brilliant. Oh, it's the TIE Interceptor. That is absolutely stupendous. The intricacy on this build, they've got the angles perfect. This really does deserve the UCS tagline in my opinion, because it really does accompany the existing UCS TIE Fighter quite well. That's also on my repertoire, as well as of course the Sandcrawler, the MTT. I've got a lot of stuff to pick up, a lot of sets. Yeah, we're going to have a busy few weeks. I've also got some Prince of Persia stuff I want to pick up. That'll be part of a future haul if you're interested. I'm interested, we'll put it that way. If you are interested in seeing more hauls, you know what to do. The like button is right there, the subscribe button is right there. You know how to do it. TIE Interceptor though finishes the haul. I'm going to put it with the Starfighter X-Wing. Oh, easy, you like? It's not really worked as I planned. I'll figure it out later, it doesn't matter. The haul is complete though. That is the total right there. If you did enjoy the video, you know what to do. Take care. Have a marvellous day.